Good morning, lovely students. So, let's start with the introduction of Chapter 7 Triangles, Class 9 Maths, Part 1. This is the introductory PPTs about the congruency that we are going to discuss for this chapter. Let's begin. We all know that a closed figure formed by three intersecting lines is called triangle. Tri means three. A triangle has three sides, three angles, three vertices. For example, triangle ABC here given in the figure denoted as triangle ABC where AB, BC and CA are the three sides. Angle A comma angle B comma C are the three angles and A, B, C are called the vertices. Now, what we are going to learn from this lesson? First of all, what is congruency of triangles? That means two triangles are exactly similar with each other. Now, what are the criteria for those congruency of two triangles? Properties of triangle and inequalities of the triangle. Defining the congruency of triangle. Now let's take triangle ABC and triangle XYZ such that corresponding angles are equal and corresponding sides are equal. So angle A is equals to angle X, angle B is equals to angle Y and angle C is equals to angle Z. And you can see that AB is equals to XY. You can find here AB is equals to XY, BC is equals to YZ and AC is equals to XZ, right? So we can say that triangle ABC and triangle XYZ are congruent with each other. Now we see that sides of triangle ABC coincides with side of XYZ triangle. So I can write that triangle ABC is congruent. You can see the symbol. Can you find the symbol? Congruency symbol is like this, right? So I can say that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle XYZ. Two triangles are congruent if all the sides are equal with the triangle and also their angles are also equal, right? And equal to the corresponding sides and the angles of the other triangle. This is also means that A corresponds to X, B corresponds to Y, C corresponds to Z. For any two congruent triangles, the corresponding parts are equal and are termed as CPCT. I'll write in short when I'll go with the textual exercise, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Now, let's see the criteria for congruence of two triangles. The first is SAS, or I can say side angle side, SAS congruence. So two triangles are congruent if two sides and the including angle of one triangle are equal to the two sides of the including angle of the other triangle. ASA, angle side angle congruence. Two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle is equal to two angles and the included side of the other triangle. AAS, angle side congruence. Two triangles are congruent if any two pairs of angle and one pair of corresponding sides are equal. SSS, that is side congruence. If three sides of one triangle are equal to three sides of another triangle, then two triangles are said to be congruent. RHS congruence, right angle hypotenuse side. That means if in two right angle triangle, the hypotenuse and one side of one triangle are equal to the hypotenuse and the one side of the other triangle, then these two triangles are said to be congruent. So how does SAS congruence look like? Here two triangles are given. You can see that first triangle side AC is equals to PQ of the second triangle, right? And angle C is equal to angle R. AC is equals to PR, angle C is equals to R, and BC is equals to QR. So two sides including angles, you can see here two sides including angle, here also two sides including angle are congruent with each other. So I can say that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle PQR by SAS congruence. Second, ASA congruence. Here you can see that angle A is congruent with angle D, right? Angle C is congruent with angle E, and the including side AC is congruent with DF. So I can say that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF by angle side angle congruence. AAS congruence, that is angle side. Now here you can see that angle A is congruent with angle P, angle B is congruent with angle Q, and side AC is congruent with side PR, right? Or you can say that side BC is congruent, side AB is congruent with PQ. So you can say that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle PQR by angle side congruence. SSS, very easy. All three sides are congruent with each other. How would I write? Here AC is congruent with PR, BC is congruent with QR, and AB is congruent with PQ, right? So all three sides are congruent with each other. So I would say that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle PQR by SSS congruence. RHS congruence. So first of all, for right angle hypotenuse side congruence, I need a right angle triangle. Here angle B is congruent with angle E, which is 90 degree, right? And BC is congruent with EF, and the hypotenuse AC is congruent with DF, right? So you can say that here right angle triangle ABC is congruent with right angle triangle DEF. So they are congruence by the RHS congruency. Let's look the properties of triangle. A triangle in which two sides are equal in the length are called the isosceles triangle. So triangle ABC, here AB and AC are equal. So that is an isosceles triangle. Angles opposite to equal side of an isosceles triangles are equal. So here side AB is equal to side AC. So opposite angle to AB is C and opposite angle to side AC is B. So I would say that angle ABC is also equal to angle ACB. The sides opposite to equal angles of triangle are equal. That is the converse of it, right? So how would I say here? How would I explain? Here angle B and angle C are given equal. So side opposite to B is AC and side opposite to angle C is AB. So I would say that AB is equals to AC. Inequalities in a triangle. Theorem on inequalities in a triangle. If two sides of triangles are unequal, that means they don't have the same measures, the angle opposite to longer side is larger. So here you can see the side 10 is longer. Let me give name here. If I'll give, this is A, this is B and this is C, you can see that side AC is the longest side. So which angle is opposite to longest side AC? That is angle B. So that must be the greatest angle between angle A, B and angle C. So here by comparing we will get that angle opposite to longer side, that is 10, is greater. and I can see that angle B is right angle. So it is greatest amongst all. In any triangle, the side opposite to longer angle is longer. So here, that is the converse of the previous criteria. Here I can see that this is the right angle triangle. These two angles are quite smaller. So opposite side of this angle must be greater, and that is 10. So by comparing, I'll get that side 10 opposite to the longer angle 90 degree is longest side. The sum of any two sides of triangle is always greater than the third side. So you take any two side and check the sum. It is going to be greater than the third side. 9 plus 8 is always greater than 10. 8 plus 10 is greater than 9. 10 plus 9 is also greater than 8. So the sum of any two side is always going to be greater than the third side. Summary. Now what we have learned for this chapter. So we have learned about the congruency. All the congruency you will write in your notebook, drawing figure. This is an introductory video. Chapter 7 is very important base of class 10 geometry section. So first of all, you will write all the properties of triangle in your notebook. Secondly, you will write all the congruency in your notebook, drawing figure and giving them name and the definitions. They are given as it is in the textbook. And then you will write all the properties of triangle, giving valid reason as well as the figure. I hope you have enjoyed the first introductory video. With the next videos, you will find more textual exercises and the theorems. See you. Bye-bye.